How are you?
Good. I missed your face, Lala.
Oh, I missed yours too. You look so pretty and gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you making out in these crazy times?
Honey.
The whole girl.
Honey. Oh, I'm over Rona, virus, pandemic, COVID. I'm over
I'm
it.
over it too.
Oh,
So over it.
Lord.
I get so happy just to go for a walk now. I'm like, this is what dogs feel like.
I saw you put that up there.
You be like, you want to go outside for a walk? And they be like, that's me.
They be so hype. Oh, what's
Hi, guys.
up, y'all? We're back. Oh, honey. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm making out. Yeah. Trying to stay safe, away from people.
Good.
You know?
Good. That is the main part. Like, I'm gonna lie, in the beginning of all of this, I was really scared. I was like, what the fuck's going on in the world? Like, I was like, this was like some shit out of a movie. But
Yeah.
then, as you get into your household and you get like into your routine and all that, like it kind of becomes okay. But I'm a news person. I look at all of the news. I read the newspaper. I just like the news. I was so over the reporting of the coronavirus. I was just so over it. I was over the president. I was over how the government handled this whole thing. I'm not gonna get all political, but I was just over it. And then Austin and I were working on a project, and we had to go to Home Depot every day. And I was so disgusted by people not taking the social distancing like serious in the like public that it was like I would get, oh my God, I would get such anxiety. I'd have to just tell Austin to go into the store because like I'm not even an anxious person, and I would be like having a panic attack. People would be brushing up against you. I was like, oh, they don't think it's an illness.
They don't have the circles to make y'all like sit, stand in line, and only so many people in the store.
They did, but once you get in the store, they don't do a good job of policing the people, right? Like, so even if it's not that many people and people are just like walking past you, they just bump into you. I'm like, especially the grocery store was the worst. Like, okay, it's only 100 of us in here at one time. Let me get my peas. You can get your peas. Like you'll get some peas too.
Yo, are you forgetting you're not in Jersey anymore? Because I was like, well, Home Depot, okay, so the ones here, they actually have like lockers now. So if you want, you could just order online and you don't even got to go into the store. They just put your stuff in a locker. You get like some special combination, go to the locker, take it out, and then you avoid the lines, you avoid the crowds and everything, all that contact.
The only thing is that they had curbside, they had that stuff too, but it was so backed up with the orders. It'd be like, you can't pick your order up until next Friday. And it would be something that we would, oh my God, it was crazy. A couple times I Instacarted down here and they were like, we don't have any drivers available until 2 days from now. I'm like, what? Yeah. Crazy.
I'm over this damn Uber Eats though and DoorDash because I had to get on DoorDash's customer service. I had a sandwich. Freaking sandwich wasn't even in there. I was like, did the driver eat the sandwich? Like, and then some of them wanted to hand it to you, and I'm like, don't y'all read the instructions? Drop the food off at the door.
At the door.
Like, I don't got no contact. They just be standing there. I'm like, who do you think this was? Like before March? Like, come on, man. But I'm so happy. I got to enjoy like everything at the last minute. Like literally, a bunch of people were telling me that in my DMs. They were like, "Girl, you got to celebrate your birthday just in time."
Yeah.
Like literally. Because my birthday is the first week of March. I went on vacation. I went to the casinos. I went to live events. All this stuff. I took the trains. And then literally like the next week, it was like no more casinos. Everything shutting down. Restaurants. I was like, yo. And then I was scared because I was like, damn, do I have coronavirus? Because I was just at all these.
That's how everybody was. They were like, yo, do I have the Rona?
Yeah. I was like, maybe I have it and I'm not like showing symptoms or something. I was like, oh no. But nah, luckily, you're good. I'm good. Austin's good.
Everybody's good. Even some of my, like my sister, my mom, my nieces, my nephews, everybody in my like immediate family is good. Austin's immediate family is good. a couple of my close friends did get the COVID, and you know, it's just heartbreaking because all of the symptoms, everybody described it the exact same way. Everybody described it the exact same way. But like, you know, I'm the type of person, I don't like to be sick. Me being sick for like 3 or 4 days is like, I'm like out. I'm like, oh my God, like kill me. Yeah. 14 days of being sick, that's a long ass time of being sick. That's a long time.
I know someone who had it, and it started off with what? A fever? No, a headache. The headache went away after a day, and then it was a fever and chills, and that lasted like 2 weeks. Then I know someone else who has it, and the only symptom she has is that her like breathing. She can't smell like anything. It's so weird.
It's so crazy. Play with your brain. It's wild.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to smell for like the past month. That's so weird to me. But and then a coworker had it. I was reading our website, northjersey.com, and he did a whole story. And I was like, our photographer had it. I was like, oh snap! But we haven't been in the office since March. Like literally, I went on vacation to the Poconos in March around my birthday.
Yeah.
And then was checking my email on vacation, and then it was like, yeah, we're not going to be back in the office until further notice. And I never even had a chance to get stuff on my desk. I just never been back. And now I'm real comfortable working at home.
But this just goes to show these companies that we can work from home and be super productive. Not to say that I wouldn't miss.
We can. I'm kidding.
Not to say I would miss going into the office, but these jobs be having you so stuck that you gotta go in every day. Especially like if you like do like strategical like computer type work every day. You don't have to go in every day to do that type of stuff.
Yeah. Like, I don't even want to dress up anymore. I mean, to go to events I do, but like, I don't want to have to look nice to just go to an office. Like now I'm good in my sweats and biker shorts and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, I was reading the craziest thing. I know we're supposed to be talking about shows and stuff.
We're going to get to the reality stuff, y'all. We had to catch up.
Yeah. This Boosie stuff is like out of control. Like, remember when he was getting on Dwayne Wade about Dwayne Wade's transgender child?
Yes.
I don't know if and then he was like, oh, you know, please don't like cut his dick off or something. And I was like, the nerve of Boosie. I posted about that and people were getting on me. They were like, first of all, Boosie is a really good father. He has a bunch of kids and he takes care of all his kids. Oh yeah, he takes care of all his kids, right? Because now he's all over for supposedly paying someone or letting someone suck off his son.
Yes.
Giving him
yes. Basically getting a prostitute to molest his son. Like, what?
So that's taking care of your child?
Allegedly,
I just find it so funny. He has such an opinion on someone else's kids. And all I was trying to say is he needs to focus on his own kids because he has a couple over there. And it's like, you so worried about a kid that's not yours. Like, why? Is that kid doing anything to you? Like, I don't know.
I
like Boosie's music, but he's like super ratchet. And people, like a lot of girls love him. It was just amazing how many chicks was like going off in the comments like, he's a good father. I was like, I never said he wasn't a good father. I just said, mind your own. Like, worry about your kids and let Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union do them with their kids. Like, that's not your problem.
Absolutely. So, and I don't think anybody should be speaking on anybody's kids, but everybody has the right to their own opinion. But what Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are doing for their daughter is a lot of what people need to realize that their daughter, I won't call him he, their daughter will be a productive human being in life instead of having all these issues because their parents didn't love them, they didn't accept their truth, all of that. People can take a lesson, overarching, just a lesson in raising their children. Stop having all of these antiquated methods of raising your kids and love your kids.
Exactly. Mind you, we're not parents. We don't.
Exactly.
But we just giving our opinion. I mean, if I had a kid, I don't think I would pay someone, for someone to go down on my kid. That's weird.
Bootsy knows that he had been on like a spiral. He went on the Breakfast Club talking about COVID wasn't a real thing and he ain't worried about getting a COVID. A lot of people had that opinion.
He said that?
Yeah, he just started spiraling out of control. I'm telling you, he got diabetes.
Just so ignorant.
He's high risk. He needs to be the main one worried about catching the coronavirus. But then, so after that, He was on there. Then he started doing the virtual strip clubs, like how everybody was doing the virtual strip clubs. And I forget what happened after that. Something happened. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's daughter. I'm like, child, he's doing.
Is he still doing those lives?
I think, yeah.
I still watch. I really appreciate what like everyone's doing with the lives and like getting all creative. This is the stuff we should have out there and not trapped in the house, and maybe it wouldn't have been the same. But like the versus thing, for example, that is so dope. That whole Babyface versus Teddy Riley, and Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love it. The whole Swiss Beats versus thing, and then on DJ D Nice, he will DJ all day, like 10 hours up until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Eastern time. I like fell asleep with my phone in the bed once watching him. I'm like, this man goes in, like, but it's dope what they're doing for people since we're stuck indoors now. Well, in some places are opening or already open. The Jersey Shore is opening. Why?
A huge mistake.
Yep, Luda.
Lala, your connection keeps going in and out. Do you want to jump out the live and jump back in?
I'm on right now. Let me try my Droid. That's weird to say, right? Because usually iPhones are supposed to work better. all right, fine. He has one baby mama. Number 3, that's when it starts getting questionable for me. I'm like, really? Listen, 4 and over, all y'all dumb. Like, I can't. I can't.
Listen, and you know what? This is how I'm shady. If like 1 or 2 of them were married, I'd be like, oh, well, you know, they had a family, like they were married, and he ain't wife none of them. None of them was married. Like the kids is mad close together. See, that's where I start judging. I have to draw the line because my friends always tell me I'm judgmental. This is where I draw the line. If the baby is only like 3 months old and y'all start dating, y'all don't got no problem with that.
Yeah, like he was literally.
You incubate a baby for 9 months, so now those kids is 12 a year apart.
Yeah.
But like he just had that baby with somebody else and that didn't work out. That's not a red flag. That's where my heart is. That's where my heart lies.
Yeah. And like this is like legit, like I know people like this in real life, and I'm just like, I couldn't deal with the whole I'm so picky. Like I don't even like talking to guys. That's like one of my first questions, and I know that's so bad, but I'm just like, do you have kids? But now I am starting to like drop my list a little, that I feel like, and just remember we were talking about this like last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not dating a guy with kids. It's just not. Mind you, I turned 35 in March. So I had this whole, like, I need to stop with this. Like, people are just going to have kids. I will date a guy with 1. You can have 1 kid, and that's it.
Cool, Lala. 1 kid is cool.
That's it. But, like, I know, like, there's people out there that just do that. And I'm like, why are you even letting a guy inside you that has multiple baby mamas? That's like, why would you even date someone? Like, I'm so, like, Lori... the ultimate ski. But I'm just like, girl, like he's dating someone now. So Lori's still with Future, knowing he has all these baby mamas. I'm like, so what you about to be? Baby mama number 9, 10, 11, or 12? Like,
Lori first of all, Lori about that check. I think she's really smart. I like Lori Harvey. She gonna be the one that break Future's heart. She ain't worried about having nobody.
You think?
Kid. She's so young. She ain't worried about getting pregnant. She probably got a Morena, a Kayla, or whatever that is called. She probably on everything to protect herself. She ain't worried about him. She likes the look. She likes the Chanel bag. She know he be tricking, and she with her. She gonna be good for her whole entire life. She's a Harvey. Like she ain't worried about that. She gonna break that man's heart though. I know that.
Yeah. I just think that's so disgusting. I'm like, he gotta have something. Like, ew, you were inside multiple women. Like,
the thing is, I feel like it's creepy old man vibes. Like, I get that people be like, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. When you're 50 and somebody's 70, nothing wrong with that. When you're 22 and somebody's 42, I'm judging. I'm judging a little bit. You're like so generationally just in different stages in your life, all kinds of stuff. Like I'm judging just a little bit. Like that's.
I forgot how old Lori is. I know Future's upper 30s. I forgot how old she is.
She just turned 22.
Yeah,
like he about to be 40. That's a lot.
Like I said, I don't care if his thing is dipped in gold. That is disgusting. And then the new chick, what's her name? Eliza, some Instagram model. She's all soup. Like, oh, it's his. Like, I told you, because she got the whole test and everything like that. Dancing on Instagram and just strutting around. And now she wants $53,000 a month from him. Check baby. It was a check baby.
Yeah.
Things keep going on.
I just don't. But somebody, wait, hold on. Somebody made a good comment. What does this person say?
What's someone say?
Stephen Glansberg said, imagine how many women didn't get pregnant. Honey, you hit the nail on the head.
Or how many we might not know about. There were people in my comments saying, oh, he only has 8 because there's a couple more supposedly a couple more cases out there. I cannot. Like he beats Fetty, and I thought Fetty was nasty. He's like the ultimate nasty Jersey skeet. Fetty Wap.
How many does Fetty have though? I think he's 3.
Was it 5 or 5?
He got that many? Oh, stop.
Ugh, I forgot. I'm losing it.
Oh.
I feel like I haven't even heard his name in a while. I think he has a new girlfriend, but I don't know. I don't even hear him around in Jersey. I forgot how many kids this dude have, but oh, okay, it looks like there's 4. And then remember there's one with Masika. Oh wait, is Wikipedia usually right? It says children 7. Huh?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Let us pray.
No way. He has 7. At least 7 children by 6 different mothers. Is this correct?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I'm like, is he the father of Alexis Sky's daughter or not?
This is the thing. At that point, you just gotta leave it in God's hands, because if I was baby mama number 7 or like 6 or 7, I just would be like, you know what, God, it will be what it will be.
The fact that Lori's still dating Future is just like beyond me. I'm just like, you don't find that nasty? Like you could still get into bed with your man knowing this?
I always say, especially when men don't treat their baby's moms right, and they do have a girlfriend, that's a reflection on them. Because that messy pool on Mother's Day tweeting all his baby's mothers.
I saw that. Even Ciara, I was like,
the disrespect. That's childish. Like I would lose respect for my man. I'd be like, you are playing a lot of little games. Like, come on.
Yeah. And there's 2 that like we don't know who they are. Like I think Wendy Williams was like breaking them down once. And then it was just like 2 question marks.
She was.
Oh, then I forget. And then Joey Chavez, how you pronounce her name, who has a baby with Little Bow Wow.
I be forgetting that.
Has a baby with Future.
And I was like, ain't that baby Bow Wow's baby's mother? I said, oh, this girl got a baby by him too. Oh God.
Lord. I think she was before the Eliza chick. Or maybe I don't know. But yeah, I just think that's
a lot of little games on the internet too. Like, that's nobody's business. Like, okay, why are you trying to track your baby's father down via the internet? Or not even in the DMs. You all on the pages and stuff, in the blogs and all of that. Like, come on. These poor kids.
Future is the king of fertility. That is a mess.
A mess, honey.
His net worth supposedly $40 million. Like,
that ain't enough for all of them kids. Even though I think Future's net worth is more than that, because that's tour money for him. That's like he makes off of one tour.
Have you been watching Insecure?
He was like, because I'm so glad. I felt like when Immature first came on, it was very aligned with where I was in my life. And then it kind of lagged behind. I felt like in my life, I was like moving a little further. So I was a little disconnected to like I understood what really was going on, but I didn't feel it as much as when it first came on. They didn't caught back up to where I am in life right now. So I'm like all into it. I'm like, oh.
Issa done stepped her game up.
Issa definitely stepped her game up.
She's still a hot mess with the men, but she's single, so it's okay.
She's single. She got her little career popping. I was like, okay, I understand. Like Issa not having a job and kind of being raggedy. I was like, because I never kind of went through that in my life. I had like little side hustles, but I always had my stuff together. Her kind of just like falling apart. I couldn't relate to that, but I still like the show. Yeah.
Did you like her TSA, the old boo that she was with in the beginning, TSA, Mr. Thickums?
First of all, Insecure always like hits me over the side of the head with some sexies, because it's never like a sexy. It's always like, what is going on here?
It's like they're not painting that whole like, you know, porn type, like everything's perfect. It's like, no, this is how it is. Like, I think he like lost the condom and she was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
I was like, yo.
I like TSA Bay though. See, everybody won't admit that everybody's friends with benefits ain't fine as hell. Like that, like everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like everybody walking around here like, oh, everybody I ever dealt with was a 10. Like, good night.
He was there to serve a purpose, you know, please her. Not her typical type. And then there's Nathan's ass. I never liked Nathan. He's just a weirdo. Like, even when he popped up when she successfully did her block party, I was really super proud of her about that. Yeah. But then the end of the last episode, which is weird, like he didn't even, I forgot, he was like, do you want me to stick around? She was like, oh no, it's cool. He was like, cool, and then like bounced real quick. I was like, damn. It's like he was like just waiting to leave. It's like you don't ask, oh, do you need help cleaning up? Like
he
it's like
is so awkward. Like if y'all
yeah.
ever saw Awkward Black Girl, like the thing that kind of propelled Issa, he fits right in line with that. Like he is the awkward Black guy. Like he is just like, I'm like, I be waiting, like he's that type of person you be waiting for, like, and you're gonna finish? Like, are you gonna like he just kind of like leaves it hanging. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Clumsy sex.
Oh, that was some clumsy ass sex that they was having. It was. I was like,
the whole camera angle, they literally showed his whole back, his wide butt. I was like, oh. You know what it reminded me of? Do you remember that Wait in the Exhale scene? And the big dude.
Yes. Yes.
And he's like, say my name. And she's like, Michael. And then he's like all into it. She's like, woo. And she's like, and he just like collapses on her. I was like, oh no.
And she was like, okay.
What's going on here?
Exactly. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. And what about Molly? Like, do you think she's hating a little bit because she can't like accept the fact that her friend is on the come up? I think she's used to broke down Issa. It's weird.
I know a lot of people like that.
A lot of Mollys.
Oh, there's a lot of Mollys in the world. Everybody that's in the stands is not cheering for you. And I feel like Molly is very dysfunctional when it comes to her own understanding of any type of relationship, friendship, romantic relationships, her dad. You see how Molly really is got some deeper issues. Like when you beef with your dad like that, now granted, her dad cheated, if you guys don't remember. Her dad cheated on her mom like when they was little kids.
A while ago.
And the parents reconciled, like the parents got through it. Well, now 20-something years later, Molly's still holding a grudge. Like, girl, your mom
still mad
about it. Like, keep it moving. That's your dad. Like, they made it through. You act like you never cheated on somebody. Molly's messy anyway. Then I don't like how she's treating Asian Bae. I don't like how she's treating him at all. He's trying to stick it out with her. But that relationship with Issa, she's mad. As soon as she saw she was getting tight with Condola, Molly automatically trying to be alpha against alpha. Condola got her stuff together. Molly got her stuff together.
BFF, you already know your role.
Yes.
Don't feel threatened with your friendship. You should be secure enough. Like, nah, Mia needs to go back. It's cool.
Exactly.
And then judging her when she saw her talking outside with Lawrence, then she thought that she was going to leave to go. And it wasn't even about that. It was about work. But, and you could tell they were just drifting apart, like little things. Like one time they were like, walking together. And I think Andrew called her something. And Issa's like, oh, what's that? And she's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, oh, she didn't even tell her friend. I'm like, interesting. She didn't want to help her. That's so weird.
You gotta remember, that was before Molly had told Issa, like, I ain't messing with Andrew no more.
Yeah.
And then he called her and she was like, she felt stupid because Issa had told her, like, why are you doing that to him? Like, he's like being nice to you. So then when he called when they was on that hike, she was feeling stupid. That's when she tried to rekindle everything with him.
Okay. But then what about like not even wanting to help her with the block party, knowing that her boo got a hookup and it could just be like an email, a phone call. Then she got so pissed.
Let me tell you, I have been in almost that identical situation. Kid you not, almost the exact same situation. And it's hard when you work, especially in entertainment and that kind of thing, because people always will ask you for favors, whether it be tickets or can you give me the number to this agent or whatever it may be. I hold my professional relationships very near and dear to my heart. But the only thing that trumps that is my family and my friends, right? Like that's the only thing that to me, like I would, if it became between Awesome and my job, I gotta go with Awesome, right? Like if it's my mom and my job, I gotta go with my mom, right? Like that's the only thing that to me would be something of that. So neither here nor there. Molly could have asked Andrew and he could have did exactly what he did and kept her friendship. Like sometimes you gotta bite the bullet because all she did was ask her to ask. He could have said no And
Yeah.
she would have not had that guilt, right? Like she would have been like, Issa, he said he couldn't do it. And Issa would have been A-okay with that.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people all the time. There is no harm in asking, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's like something that you already know, like it's a no-go. But you can ask the question.
I thought she was gonna lie, actually. I thought they were gonna have it where Molly's gonna be like, oh, he said he can't do it, but then not even ask him. So I'm like, at least she was straight up about the reason why she didn't want to ask. Because it would have been so easy just to be like, no, he said he can't do it. And then Issa would be like, oh, okay, you know. But then it would have been worse when she found out. But yeah, I'm just so mad. She, like, at the end of the event, she got so bent out of shape, made a big scene about it. And then someone randomly, of course, was like, God. I was like, what is going on? Kelly was so funny. She had that whole English accent. And then she was like, I'm from Philly. He's my favorite.
Stupid. Because when
he was.
Brother came over there and was like, Kelly, tell me what part of London you're from again. And she was like, Southwest Central. I was like, Kelly is my spirit animal. I love her so
Me too.
much. Oh my God.
And then her boo was just like trying to explain like the branches of the government. He's like, yeah, and you got Bank of America. I was like, what?
I was like, but that is so on par for what that generation be going through. I'm like, oh my God.
That's too funny. Do you think Lawrence and Issa will get back?
I think we got an insecure baby on our way, and I don't mean the one that they just had. I think that she's gonna.
Really?
I think it's gonna be a night of passion. They're not gonna really be together, and Issa gonna end up pregnant, and she gonna be like, "Well, this was my long-term boyfriend, so I'm gonna just keep it." And there we go. Season 5 or whatever. Next season gonna be how they gonna work it out.
Yeah.
Not be together. Do they get married? Because he's already questioning getting married. Issa's already being reckless with losing condoms and taking Plan Bs and all that. They setting it up. It's too much stuff for that.
But what's crazy? Lawrence don't even have a job right now. It seems like. Remember, there was like some threats at his job.
Yes.
And I have a feeling he probably lost it too. So now it sucks because Issa, and I feel where she's coming from when she was like, I did all that work just for him to be built up for the next chick. And then the other chick was benefiting off of that. But then now they're not together. And it's like, if he goes back to Issa, she's going to get old Lawrence back. Lawrence without a job. And I'm like, no, she needs Lawrence with a job.
I think it's going to be that is the reality.
Oh my God.
You go back to Old Bay and you get pregnant and you be thinking that you can work it out through that being pregnant and having the baby.
Yeah.
Issa goes down that road. Y'all mark my words, whatever today is. I am gonna be like, holy Lord, because that is what you be dealing with in them late 20s into your 30s.
Yeah.
That's what you be dealing with then.
And only if they both knew what the other one was doing while they were on break from each other, because Lawrence went crazy. I remember he was doing the threesomes with those chicks. He went nuts.
The whole clap. He was all in the hospital.
Issa was messing with her old neighbor and stuff. Like, oh,
a mess.
And I guess they're really not going to show Dro anymore. But I'm so happy that Issa let Molly know. She was like, "You was messing around with a whole married dude." I was like, "Exact. Thank you."
Yep.
Molly tried to act like she's so high and mighty, but like you were just messing with a married guy. So
Bro, I think got a movie role or something like that. That's why they couldn't write him into the script.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Oh, okay.
Like a movie. But
okay.
I would love to see Dro. I would like to go see whatever Dro's wife was. Who I would like
Candace, I think her name was.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that he would lie about that when he would be around them and he's like, "Oh, Candace and I have an open marriage. She's cool. She doesn't mind." I'm like, I don't know why, but I feel like that's not a lie. I always thought they would bring her on screen and she'd be like, "Dro, we don't have no open marriage."
Yeah.
Like I wanted her and Molly to come face to face, but yeah, that never happened.
I meet so many people now that are in open marriages, it like blows my mind. And they're like
really
so cool with it. And I'm just like, I know me. I know it wouldn't be for me, but I just find it so interesting when I speak to these people. I'll be like, wow, y'all really got this worked out. Like,
oh yeah, Games People Play was really good. I don't know if that's coming back. I'm like, I wonder if Lauren London would be up to do a season 2. And you know what's funny? He ain't shit on that show either. Like he just loves playing those type of I ain't shit type roles.
Yeah. So that was the first that him being on Games People Play. That's when they wrote him out the first time, and then I think he got casted on a movie because Lawrence got casted on a movie too, and then they took the extended hiatus. That's why it was like a year and a half.
Oh, okay. For all that, they should have made the show like 45 minutes to an hour, but I know that's not gonna happen because Issa's always responding to people. Yeah. Some no. Like
yeah, Games People Play. I think that they took a break from it because of Lauren London. But yeah, I see somebody said that it is coming back. That show was good. That was a real
That's good. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's not a lot of shows on right now because like Grey's Anatomy, you know, a lot of shows had to stop production, like all the Love and Hip Hop stopped production. And then This Is Us. There's just so many shows that are just maybe on their like, what is it called? Spring break or it's weird. So I feel like there's not a lot to watch for like Netflix and Lifetime movies.
The whole industry, all the studios are shut down. All filming was put to a halt. So there's gonna be a lot of lag time in between a lot of our favorite shows. They might I forget what it's called when they like omit like the unions, because you know a lot of the TV shows are unionized. And so when there's like a emergency, they'll like kind of waive the overtime and all of that kind of stuff. I think they might put that into action because there's so many shows that it was in the middle of the season that they had to stop filming. So we'll see.
Reminds me of Grey's when they kind of did this whole like sketchy thing when Alex left, and I feel like they could have had him come back for like the last episode and they had him write like a letter. Alex is like a major character, correct? Yeah. I didn't like how they did that. What else is on? Did you want to talk about some of those Netflix shows?
Oh my gosh. You know, they did you see Mona put up that all of the franchises of Love and Hip Hop are postponed until like further notice? I
saw that. I don't even watch, because you said you watched the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta one, right?
Yeah, I watched it. It really was.
I didn't even start. I couldn't.
I can't with oh my God, why can't I call her name? The one that does the waist trainers. I can't think of what her name is.
Sierra. Yeah. Why do I still remember the names?
She blows my mind. You're so good with the names. You know, Lala, I've been forgetting the names. It blows my mind. Rashida and real famous Atlanta people on there. Like Young Jock has run his course. Like
he's not on there?
Yeah, he's still on there. Like Kurt and Rashida kind of have run their course. I know that they're the franchisees, but they need somebody like a Cardi B did for New York. They need that in Atlanta. Like it's just
no, is Stevie J on there and Mimi?
Yes, but even that storyline's kind of dry with Mimi and the girlfriend.
Jocelyn went to Miami.
Yeah.
Which I don't watch that one. Yeah, I just couldn't do the whole Atlanta one. Like it was recording and I saw it on my list and I was like, I can't do this one anymore. I was like, nah. And I just took it off. I was like, Is Scrappy and Bambi still in there?
Yep, they still on there.
Mama D
is like all the storylines are just dry to me. There's no drama with the main characters because everybody is kind of in a good place in their life, in real life. Like Kurt and Rashida, they got their restaurant, their kids is fine.
Okay.
Stevie J's with Faith. Faith ain't about that nonsense. Like
she's not really on the show.
Yeah, Bambi and Scrappy have their baby now. Like they ain't about that nonsense life. Like it's just too many of them that are doing too good for it to make any sense for them to have drama.
Yeah. Okay. See, at least with New York, people were getting tired of the whole Peter Guns and the other chicks. They kind of like cut them off eventually because it ran its course. But it's like with Atlanta, so many of them are running their course. It's like they need to totally just end it and pick another city or revamp like most of the cast.
Yeah.
Like Mimi's still like bi on this one or gay, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I feel like her storylines got so whacked that she referred it to being gay and just keep up some storyline. I don't know why I just don't believe it. Like, I don't know. After that whole Nico shower rod thing, she just went down. And then I saw some clip. It was Spice and Akbar.
Mm-hmm.
They were fighting or something. So I'm like, it's the same stuff.
I have no connection to them. Like, they're I get that they're big Instagram people, but they're not a personality like a Jocelyn or a Cardi B or a Stevie J. Like they don't connect to the masses, so like it just makes the franchise kind of dry. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm not missing anything. But I tried watching The Circle like literally a couple hours ago. First I tried last night and then I fell asleep on it. I was like, you know what, let me try again today. For some reason, it's like not grabbing my attention. Like Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle did. I don't know why. I'm going to try and give it like another chance. But like just starting off, I'm like, wow, it's not grabbing me like the other two for some reason.
Austin
and I thought I was really going to like it.
Austin
yeah, like, it's weird.
He's like, I can't watch The Circle. He's like, I don't get it.
Love is Blind. I kept going. Like my eyes were hurting and I'm like, I must keep watching. Love is at the Circle. I fell asleep on it, and then I was like, let me try again. And I was like,
Lala, give The Circle to the 3rd episode, and you gonna be like, oh shit! Give it to the 3rd episode. It is slow in the beginning because you kind of like, well, what are they? But then once the drama starts, you be like, oh man, yeah.
So, they cut Mimi's pay. She better do another sex tape.
That storyline is so dry. Can we talk about? Okay, I really want to get. Can we talk about Too Hot to Handle?
Oh yes.
Did y'all watch that? Give us some hearts if y'all watched Too Hot to Handle. Because
Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. Netflix is trying to kill the game now with the whole reality shows. I'm like, okay, and it's good because they know people are home. People go to Netflix, so they know what they're doing.
Yep. Want to hear about it? We're gonna talk about it. But it's a reality show. They put all of these beautiful single people together on this island. And they think
everyone has a perfect body, perfect face.
Everybody is like freaking gorgeous. And everybody looks like a size 00, 6-pack abs. It's like unreal. And so then they are told, I think they're told that they're going to be able to have like sex. I think they think it's going to be like hedonism in Jamaica, like walk around naked.
Yeah, they think it's like a vacation.
They think it's like a vacation, like a real world scenario almost.
Mm-hmm.
But then here's the plot twist. They all kind of like nymphos. Like they all are like, yo, I'll bang on the first night. They all them type of people, right? Then this little like fake Alexa thing comes on and they're like, giving them the rules, and the thing follows them and has cameras all throughout the house.
Yeah.
They can't do any sexual touching, rubbing, kissing. And so they
can't even please themselves.
They can't even masturbate. So they have a pot of money, and every time somebody does one of these acts, it deducts the money from the pot. Well, girl, you had me at that. I was like, who's gonna be taking all this money out the pot?
To me, it's like they should have given them more, because I forgot how many people. It was at least 10 people, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they were like, okay, oh, you guys started $100,000 already right away. I was like, but who? I'm like, cause they didn't really explain it. I'm like, is it gonna be one winner? I'm like, is it the whole group? I'm like, is it the whole group? Then it's like, that's 10 G's each. And I'm like, to me, that's not a lot. And then especially as the pot started going down, because every time, you know, someone kisses or something, it costs something. I think one kiss was like $3,000. If you have sex with someone, it's like a crazy amount of money.
It was like 15 G's. I'm like, oh my God.
Touching someone could be like 6,000 or something. It's crazy. And to me, once they got down to like what, 60,000 or 70,000. I forgot what it was, but it was a nice amount.
5,000.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not even worth. To me, I would have been like, you know what? We might as well just all do what we want, because the whole group, to me, that's not a lot of money. I might as well enjoy my memories and enjoy this vacation.
That's what,
like I would have just quit.
At least they got a vacation out of it.
The whole time I was watching this, I was like, why are they still getting mad? I'm like, just forget about it. Do what you want. I was like, it's not a lot of money, guys.
That's how I was thinking towards the end. But it's cute. Like they get into like, you know, some therapy stuff, like intimacy, all of that kind of thing. So I appreciated that. But the one couple that kept having sex, they just did not care. They was like
Francesca and Harry.
Yes.
They're still together.
I think they got engaged. Did they get engaged?
Really?
Yeah. I
the last I saw, they were still together, but they were currently apart because of quarantine, and they were trying to find ways to sneak to see each other or something. But I'm surprised, because I was like, they ain't making it.
To me, he did not seem like he was gonna be the type for her. I swore she was gonna go with one of like I don't know, like Harry was kind of like goofy. I thought she was gonna go.
He's kiddish.
I thought she was going for one of the meathead type guys.
Yeah. Like I wanted her to be done with him when he let her take the blame in the beginning, because she kept costing the group a lot of money. Like Francesca was a whole mess. She reminded me of one of the Kardashians, like how she looks and everything.
Yeah.
But I was like, he let her take the rap, and I was like, you need to be done. He seems like he's a kid. And then, but then she like totally played him and was like, oh, Harry looks better anyway. I'm like, no, he doesn't.
I was very confused. I was like, I do not look better than him.
That was so weird. And then there was, who was the black couple? Oh, Siobhan and
I like them.
I forgot her name.
What is her name? I gotta look.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Siobhan and Rhonda.
Yes. She had a tattooed on her arm, and it was the most ghetto tattoo. I was like, girl, you too pretty for that ghetto tattoo.
So Rhonda's from Atlanta and Siobhan is from Jersey.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they're so cute. And she has a kid, and they seem like they were like so good on the show. And I'm like, oh, they'll probably last. It's crazy because I thought Harry and Francesca weren't going to last, and they're still together. But then like Rhonda and Siobhan, they're not together anymore. Like supposedly distance played a role. And I'm like, I don't get it. Because Harry, I don't even think lived in this country. I think he was from the UK. So how did distance? Jersey and Atlanta is like nothing for like a plane ride. It's like a couple hours away. So I was like, what happened? And then Rhonda allegedly reconnected with her ex. I was like,
a mess. And so I was like a little like iffy about them putting the kid on the show. I'm like, these people have known each other for 2 days. Like, why we always got to do this? Like, no.
Yeah, that was weird. They shouldn't have shown the baby. TNP, yeah, they're all really horny. They're like, man, we can't even play with ourselves. And then the ultimate kicker is, if they feel there's a connection going on, they'll give some people like a privacy suite, and that's like the ultimate test, because you're sending these two horn bags into the privacy suite, but you're telling them they can't touch, and usually they all fail. So then there's like more money deducted. The show is really good though.
This show is really good. If y'all are bored and you want to binge something, I saw they released the reunion. I didn't watch the reunion yet.
Oh, they have a reunion?
Yeah, and I actually just turned Netflix on and it said new episode. I was like, and they have a reunion. So I was like, oh, I'm watching that tonight.
Guess what I'm watching tonight? I'm like,
I know, right? We'll be so excited for something new on TV.
Yes. I didn't watch Tiger King. That's like a big thing that everyone's talking about.
It was interesting. I'll say that. Like I love Myrtle Beach. If y'all ever been to Myrtle Beach, one of the places is like in Myrtle Beach. I think it actually was the Joe Exotica place. The other one's in Florida. It is a little country in Myrtle Beach, I won't lie, but a couple of people told me that they had gone to that place when they went there. I was like, what? Oh. Like, I have no desire. When we went to Africa, there's a lion tiger reserve where like you can take the picture with the lion and the tiger like in the wild.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope. But like the zoo, like all of those places to me are like the zoo. It's just the zoo with a whole bunch of tigers. Like we live by some of the best zoos in the country. Like the Philadelphia Zoo is one of the biggest and the first zoos. Like they have the Brooklyn Zoo, they have the Bronx Zoo. Like we have the aquariums. Like so, like for us up north, I guess that's not that attractive. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
Tiger King. The best thing that came out of that was that country guy that did the remix to Savage about Carol Baskin. Oh my God, that was funny.
Like all over TikTok.
Yes, yes. If y'all don't follow Lala, Lala is a TikTok queen. I don't even know how. Like I can't even begin to understand TikTok. Lala owns TikTok, y'all. They need to just call it Lala. That's what they need to do. Because she owns TikTok.
It's thanks to this quarantine. I would not have gone on there. Like I got TikTok because of that, and I also have a OnlyFans account, but I haven't posted anything on it yet.
You got an OnlyFans, Lala?
I've been curious. I'm like, a lot of people associate OnlyFans with like posting nudes or, you know, other type of fetishes and stuff. But I'm like, it's also a place for like creators, and you can post like exclusive content if you want, and have people pay for it if you want to do that. So I don't know. I'm trying to like fill it out and see if I actually want to do it. But yeah, I signed up for an account and I was like, why not? And now everyone's like, I should have people sign up and I'm just doing like the heel toe or like shaking or something. They'll be like, I subscribe to this. I'm like, hey guys.
Because they gotta pay before they can unlock the content.
So you don't know what's gonna be on there. I could be like, hey, sign up guys, you're gonna see my boobs, and then they sign up and I'm like, what up?
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for your $26. So no.
For real.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, Lala, your TikToks are really good. The one in the Jamaican spot, I felt attacked because I be feeling like that every time I go in the Jamaican spot. I be like, what is going on?
It's like you want to laugh, but you don't want to, because then they might say something to you.
I'm telling you, because they be right. It be smoke. I've never ever gone in the Jamaican spot and it was calm. Like it be straight sauce in the back. They be like just talking to each other. I be like, oh my God. And don't ask for something that they out of, or don't ask for no extra gravy. They be ready to take your whole head top off, okay?
But the food be banging though. Oh my gosh. And then did you want to talk about the circle? Explain like what that is? Like the whole it's different.
So y'all know that Lala and I both love catfish. I think that's why I like the circle so much. So it's like catfish on steroids. It's like literally putting people in, everybody's in this own separate room, but they're all playing the same games. So it looks like a Facebook kind of Instagram feed. And so you can go on there and put whatever pictures you want. So I could be me behind the scenes in my little room here, but I could be using all the awesome pictures.
I would be Beyonce.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I could be my boyfriend's pictures. So like,
yeah.
So then I could be talking like, and then I could be kicking it to the other girls. And the goal is to make it to the end without anybody identifying who you really are. But they be throwing monkey wrenches in there because if somebody gets kicked off, because everybody's like, people can vote the person that's least popular gets voted off each week.
Okay.
So when you get voted off, they let you go see one person. So then, but you still in the game. So if I'm playing that I'm awesome nobody, but it comes the Little Miss Entertainment, now Lala knows that, and she can you leverage that throughout the game.
Oh,
so it's just,
that's why you're saying give it to like the third episode. Because I already see that a guy's doing that. He's using his chick's photos, and he was like, I'm gonna use my girlfriend's photos, and I'm gonna flirt with these guys to win the money or something.
And when people get voted off, they bring new people in. So it's drama, honey.
There's gonna be more people.
I thought it was good. Austin felt the same way. He was like, I can't watch this. I was like, everything ain't for everybody. But
how many episodes did he get to? Because I'm still in the first one.
He would come in and out. Like if I was watching it, he would watch it. But like he didn't like sit down and watch it all the way through. Because like after the first episode, he's like, I ain't watching this. I'll
give it a try then.
Yeah. But you want to talk about Love is Blind, because Love is Blind blew the internet up, honey.
And that was my favorite.
I'm my favorite too.
They need to hurry up with season 2, like this year.
Yes. Yes.
Because Cameron and Lauren, I want them to have their own spinoff.
I love them.
From the beginning, yo, he was not about any other chick, even on the reunion. Like the other guys were talking about I had a connection with Lauren. Like you could tell, I think Damien or something.
Yeah.
They're like Gianna and Damien. Yep. He was talking about how him and Lauren kind of connected in the pods. But then I felt like Cameron wasn't really checking for any other chick.
No.
Like
he knew who his queen was. He knew who he wanted.
From the get-go, he was like, I'm gonna take care of you. I was like, does Cameron have a brother? Like,
I was so nervous when he met the dad. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this might not go well. I
was nervous for him.
The dad seemed like he was a straight up Black Panther, like Black rights, Black Lives Matter. Like,
he was scary, yeah.
He was scary. I was like, oh, this might not go so well.
But the fact that that wasn't the first Black girl, mind you, Cameron is white, but that wasn't his first Black girlfriend. Yeah. So he probably had experience being around, that type of environment from his ex. So, but he survived though, and now the families all get along and everything.
What's his name?
Mark. And
what was her name?
Jessica.
First of all, I ain't gonna hold you. I think I know 2 Jessicas I like in my life. I ain't never met a decent Jessica. Like I know maybe like 2 Jessicas that is 10 toes down.
Why are they all shady?
Why are all Jessicas mad?
I know a shady one. Never name your daughter Jessica.
Listen, that must come with the territory when you name your baby that. Like, this baby unpronounced to you, you will be shady, honey, the rest of your life.
She's going to have a shady future just because her name's Jessica.
Jesus.
She was a hot mess. And then I think she's around my age. I was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. We are not the same age with you looking like that. I was like, you look like old.
I can't. Oh, she was working a good nerve. And that guy, Mark, really was down for her. Oh.
She knew from the pods, like, he like was second best. That's what annoyed me. And then I didn't want him to propose and pick her. And I'm like, she's settling for you, dude. Like, just maybe to be on the show. She never admitted that. Yeah. But when she couldn't get Bennett or Barnett, she couldn't get Barnett. It's like she went back to, because she didn't want Mark. She thought Barnett was going to pick her. He didn't. And then she went back to Mark. And I was like, really? So you're second to Barnett, dude. I couldn't stand Jessica either.
Just let that be a lesson to y'all. Don't ever be second to nobody. Like, if somebody tells you and they're like, my ex, and that's who I thought I was going to marry, but now I fell in love with you. Don't even go there. Yeah. Don't even go there. Don't ever be second best to nobody, because that is what happens. Because if there's an inkling of a chance with that person, with that other person, they always gonna take it. They always gonna take it.
Things would get awkward. Remember when they were on the trip, and then afterwards, and she got drunk one night, and she said how she felt. She was speaking her sober thoughts, trying to act like Mark wasn't as good. And then you could tell she was just jealous that Barnett didn't choose her and picked what was the other one's name? I forgot. Oh, Amber. Picked Amber crazy, but
Amber had no job. Red flag. I was like,
I didn't like her either. Yeah, it's like she wanted to be taken care of.
Yes.
But I guess Barnett didn't mind. So yeah, that was weird.
I ain't marrying nobody that even if you don't have a job that isn't actively hey, here's my plan. She was just like, oh, I waitress sometimes.
Yeah.
Girl, you too grown to be living like that.
Just want to spend Barnett's money. I was like, he gonna stay with that? And this is my thing with Netflix too. I wonder if they had to walk down the aisle. Because to me, it was so embarrassing. They legit had a whole damn wedding, spent money. It seemed like they had to buy their own wedding dress and everything. And then family is you go through so much effort. Your family's coming there, you're wasting everyone's time. And then it's Jessica, for example, deep down in your heart, you're not going to marry this man. Why did you even do your hair, your makeup, put the dress on, orchestrate this whole thing with both families coming, walking down the aisle only to say no? I'm like, were they did they have to go through that? I wonder if Netflix was like, no matter what your decision is, you still have to have a wedding day and you still have to walk down that aisle. Because I wouldn't be like, no, I want to say no beforehand and not cause even more embarrassment and waste everyone's time. Like, that got me so mad. I was like, why?
I know. I honestly think this, what you just said, Lala, I think they made them walk down the aisle. I do think that for Mark, his mom was ready to kill Jessica. You don't.
Yeah, she wanted to put hands on her.
Like, she was ready to go in. And so
yeah.
I do think that it was part of the drama of the, the show and everything like that. But I would have not. I would have been like, we ain't doing this. I think maybe in Jessica's standpoint, I think she might have still not known what she wanted to do. I think she just really kind of pulled the trigger and was like, I don't want to be with you.
But I feel like she never really was just into him. I feel like she tried, but then he just was never her type. Like, how you go from someone that looks like Barnett, like, and Mark is such a sweetheart, don't get me wrong, and I don't think he was ugly, but he was different from all the other guys. He was the smallest dude there, and she settled, and she was trying to psych her mind into thinking, like, I could do this. But that wasn't right for him, though, because he was all in.
He was.
All about her.
He was.
And then there was Gianna's crazy ass and Damien. When he said no.
Real life crazy. I hope she looked back on that and was like, I can't believe I was acting like this. That girl was crazy for real.
I was happy he said no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is a good no.
Yeah.
Because she was like getting on him. I forgot what the argument started from, but she was like, you never initiate, and then basically saying like she doesn't really enjoy their sex or something. It was like so weird, but she was like chomping his ego down. I was like, you were so rude.
Yeah.
She was switched, like her bitch would just come out. So I'm happy he saw that. But then at the reunion, I think they were like dating again.
Yeah, I think they're still together. I feel like I looked at it not too long ago. I think they're still together.
He needs a spicy woman then. He must like it.
I think he put that ass in check after that show. He was like, listen, I love you, but you ain't gonna be acting like this. So is you either gonna get yourself together or we're not gonna be together? And I think she probably was
so he humbled her.
I think he bossed up on her, and I think she was like, oh shoot, let me get myself together.
Yeah, I guess that would make you think like, he did say no to me, so I don't want to lose him again. So yeah, maybe she got herself together. And then there was Kelly and Kenny. To me, they were like the most boring couple, but I was just shocked in the end. She like played. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? She made it seem like Kenny wasn't her type, and I'm like you look like you all that. I was like, girl.
Exactly.
I'm so rude when I'm watching these shows.
Because she was like very humble pie. Like, I'm like, oh, they're cute. Like, they'll be a nice little couple together. And then when she started talking about how like he ain't it, I was like, well, baby, you ain't a grand prize either.
Exactly. And he was pissed when them cameras was like there. Like, that's the thing too, is like you just got dumped at the altar, and then hear the camera like, so what do you think? It's like, yo, I'm not trying to talk. I'm not trying to talk right now.
For real.
Oh man. But that was like the best like Netflix reality show.
I do. I think that one was like, I'm excited for a second season of that. Like I would binge that once again. I
would sign up for it. It looks so cool.
Lala,
like
you
talking
need to get
pod.
on one of these shows. You do, girl. We need Lala on one of these reality shows.
I can't do Too Hot to Handle because everyone's losing that money. I would be like, no, I ain't following the rules. Like, I'm doing what I want.
Oh my God. Talk about, wait, that wasn't even a segue. But this season of Married at First Sight.
What, the new one or the one that just went off?
The one that just went off, honey. With Taylor and Brandon.
Oh, and Brandon. Do you want to talk about oh my God.
Girl, this season of Married at First Sight, that I was like,
messy.
Because
the experts did a terrible job.
I was just about to say that. Austin was like, they needed some drama. He's like, they purposely put the wrong people together.
Yeah. Brandon was like, this is the thing. Everyone thought Brandon was crazy, but like I kind of halfway was siding with him. Like in the beginning, he was wrong. how he came off and he was like, nah, fuck you, Taylor. I was like, you don't tell your wife, fuck you. Yeah. So then I felt like she never recovered from that. She was lying to herself when she was like, let's start fresh. Because she was like mentally checked out after the honeymoon. Yeah. So hi, Rebirth. But yeah, it was a hot mess. I did feel him when he was like, he kind of felt, you know, where she was like, oh, she's all about, you know, social media and all this. And then when she put that thing, like, I'm looking for a man who's like 6 feet and da 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 da, you acting like you're single. Your husband's right upstairs in the apartment. I was like, what is going on?
Are you really trying to be married, or are you on this for TV? Like, which one is it? That
yeah.
Me off. We talking.
That's when I was feeling Brandon. I was like, nah, man. I was like, something ain't right with Taylor. Like, in the beginning, it was his fault, but then it was like, she was just like bad. And then when she tried to follow him in the bathroom at the end, I was so happy he put his phone on, because she seemed like she was the type that would try to spin that for some like social media attention. Yeah, she would be like, oh, he put his hands on me in the bathroom. That's like he was like, nope, I'm recording this.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy.
But the way he treated the producers, I didn't like. Like, he was legit. He was like getting on that guy. But then there was like a woman there, and he was like getting on her too. And I was like, come on, man, you don't talk to a woman. When I think he wanted to use the bathroom, and Pastor Cal was like, what's up, man? Like, I got to use the bathroom too. That was like really awkward. And then they had to sit there and wait for him. It was just weird.
Yeah. I honestly, he got some type of personality disorder. I don't want to diagnose him, but you can clearly see that something don't be clicking right with him at certain times. But he was not wrong for how he was calling out Taylor. And what was the other black girl's name?
Mika.
Mika was an enabler to Taylor. She was. Like, Mika, like, I get it, strong black women, we stick together, all of that. Taylor was 100% wrong for being in the experiment, dedicating herself to being somebody's wife, saying that she was going to see through all of this, and then go on her Instagram because she's Insta famous and being like, I can't believe I'm single. The things that I want aren't that hard. I need somebody at 6 foot. Like, that would hurt anybody's feelings. Married at first sight, in real life, it don't matter. Like, you don't do that. Like, you know you got to go see that person and go back in the house, right? Like, I felt like she was wrong for that. Lala, if y'all are new to the reality recap, she already know her wigs was driving me fucking crazy. I'm like, girl, you push back, push it forward.
And did it keep getting bigger throughout the season?
I'm like, oh God. I'm like, yo, ain't nobody on the hair and makeup team gonna be like, hey, like, let me tighten that up. Let's sew that down. Like something. Let me give you a flat braid down so it lays flat, something. Like, and you know, I don't ever try to be bashing anybody. These are observations that the whole world has seen. Like, I just want people to do better with the weaves. Like, I just don't understand the whole show her hair was like that. Yeah.
And then in reunion, you could tell, like, it was just so bad. So when she was explaining how they had the restraining orders against each other in real life, so that explains why Brandon couldn't be there as well. Even though I knew he wasn't coming because he got into it with so many of the producers and they probably didn't want to film him anymore. But like, the fact that she went to a place where she knows he worked at or used to work at, and she's talking about I go there all the time and I didn't think he would be there. You knew he was going to be there, and you was trying to get some stuff started, and you got some stuff started, right? And that's why both of y'all went to jail that night. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, why'd you do that? Like, stay away.
She's talking about she went in there to get some work. No, like, you know that man works there. You're being messy. You went in there with your new man. Like, what?
Yeah. And then I don't know if you noticed, every time she kept saying, I want a man who's 6 feet with the whole list, they kept darking out a word. I kept saying, why do they keep crossing that off? I don't know if you noticed that. Supposedly it was like, supposedly that part was in not gay. So I was like, what? I don't know why they didn't show that on the show. They would show her whole list and they kept having this black like stripe thing over something. I'm like, what are they covering? but like I follow this like Lifetime MAFS like gossip thing, and I'm always looking for spoilers and stuff. And then they said that part was like, it said not gay, so I don't know why they covered that. Yeah, that was weird.
But you know, it was DC, and there's a stigma of there being a lot of gay men in Washington DC.
Yeah.
But why? I don't understand why she would put that up there. If you hetero, why, like that doesn't need to be said, right? Like,
yeah. I don't know. And the whole, I don't like Michael because he is a liar, and him and Mika were so draining and exhausting. But I didn't like I liked the host, but then I didn't like how he kept putting like Brandon stuff on him. You get what I'm saying? Because even I was yelling at the TV, and I was like, Michael, stop talking. Like, you're not Brandon's speaker. And I was like, why is everyone so focused? And it's like, because Brandon wasn't there to speak for himself. I seem like Michael was put in that position to speak for Brandon. But I'm like, you weren't in that marriage, so you can't answer these things. The host would be like, why did you think Brandon would do this? Like I felt like Michael should shut it down and be like, you know, I'm not Brandon's speaker. I can't speak for him. Then he finally did say something, because he was like, I'm getting a little uncomfortable. And then he got up and went to the back, and everyone was talking crap about him. Yeah. But I was like, I do feel him though, because I'm like, he shouldn't be speaking for another grown man when he was not in that marriage with Taylor. Like, he needs to focus on his own issues with Mika and lying and stuff. And you know, and then the host was in the back and like getting on him, and Michael's like, you know, I'm black, and the host was like, well, I'm black too. Like, I was like, nah. I'm like, the host was putting him on the spot a lot, trying to get him to like, you know, speak up for Brandon.
With him. I
didn't like that though.
I just don't know with Michael and Mika. I felt like she was very closed off. I feel like her personality, I don't know, now looking at their Instagram, because you know they make them lock their Instagrams down now during the season. So I went back and looked at her Instagram page, and she looked like a person that is like full of fun, like vivacious, like you know, she seems like that type of person. Cold to him. So I don't know if he rubbed her the wrong way from the rip, and she just
did though. With the honeymoon, when she was like, did you not say this off camera? So we missed things. I don't know what happened when they took their microphones off, but I guess he was like, I'm not going to be with you if you're not going to give it up. But he didn't want to admit that he said that on camera, probably because he didn't want to look bad with like his job and stuff like that. So ever since then, I was just like, yeah, she ain't going to give him any. And she did it.
I have a problem with that. I think I've said this on Reality Recap. Why would you get married at first sight and not feel like at some point, not maybe the first day, the next day, the third day, whatever, that you would not have to engage in that conversation, right? About having sex. Like, you got a whole husband. So, like, outside of Iris was a very different situation. She was a virgin. That was the season.
They should have even had her on there, but yeah.
I don't understand how a girl could get mad. Now his delivery, but I wasn't there. His delivery might have been like, well, if you ain't banging, I ain't hanging, right? Like
like if you're not putting out, I'm out.
Exactly.
I was like, yeah.
But
so we don't know what happened. Yeah.
I just think it's foolish to go on that show and not think that you are going to have to at some point talk about having sex with your husband. Like, that's just foolish to me.
Yeah, I thought they were cute together, but I didn't find him attractive. If that makes sense.
I did not think that he was the cuter of the guys on the show.
And I didn't find Brandon attractive, even though a lot of people did. But ever since he stuck that hand in that wedding cake from the beginning, I was like, oh, this boy crazy. Something off with him.
I think they all were casted for different reasons to make it spicy. I do.
Yeah. The only guy who I thought was the least good looking was the one who reminds me of Ashton Kutcher. What was his name?
Oh, the one with the little horny toed girl. She was making that.
Katie and Derek.
Yeah.
The names just be coming to me. Yeah, I thought Derek was cute, and that was about it. But the other two, the other white couple, they're so cute. They are so cute. I'm so happy they made it. But they literally only had one couple make it out of 5. And then Katie's messy ass really gonna go on a date and talk to Zach. They're gonna spin it talking about someone. When I watched the season and I saw how he was treating Molly, I didn't want to talk to him anymore. So it didn't go any further. Girl, you know he was a jerk. on the show. Like, you guys had girls trips, and Molly was telling you how he's not moving in the apartment.
You were on the show with his wife.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
She's foul. I could not stand Katie.
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like she didn't want. I got so mad when she told Derek, "You had too many dreams." I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? Are you?"
At least he got some dreams and ambition. Like, Jesus.
She got jealous because they were cleaning out stuff over some note from like an ex. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Let me tell y'all, when you move in with your significant other, it be shit that you don't even remember that you have, and you be like, I gotta throw that out now. Like, you think that you throw everything out, but like it be like stuff that's 13, 15 years old. Like
yeah.
Come on.
Katie was a hot mess.
She was.
Like, I hope she went back to her ex, and then I hope the ex was like, "Yeah, I'm done with you." Just and then the fact that her and Derek even got a place together.
She said she cheated on him with the ex. And that's what,
like, yeah, that's right.
That put the nail in the coffin. He was like, and she was like, well, it wasn't really anything. I just needed to be physically fulfilled.
That's a mess, because her and Derek were living together. He even had Katie on his health insurance. That's how you know he was in it. I'm like, you don't even have your own health insurance, girl. Like, you better treat that man right. That's a hot mess. And as much as I didn't like Taylor, I was hoping, just to be petty, I was like, that would be, because when they kept saying someone like retreat thing, do you remember that?
Yeah.
They kind of had like they were, and then Katie was getting jealous. But yeah, it turned out to be Katie and Zach. I was just like, girl, you ain't shit. Nah.
Not at all.
Mm-mm-mm.
Not at all.
And I hope Mandy finds someone. Like, I just felt so bad.
A really nice person. Like,
she put up with too much.
She did.
Yeah.
She sure did. What other shows were there? Reality.
I don't know. That's all.
Did you see A Million Little Fires? Is that what it's called?
I know there's A Million Little Things.
No, it's like Fires Everywhere. Y'all help me out. Y'all know I don't be knowing the name.
No.
It's with Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. Everybody keeps talking about that show. I want to see that.
A Million Little Fires?
Is that what it's called? Fires.
That's on Netflix?
I think it's on Hulu.
Oh, A Million Little Fires Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Fires Everywhere.
Little Fires Everywhere. Yep.
Oh, okay. This looks cute.
I heard it was real good.
I have Hulu.
What other shows?
I like Reese Witherspoon because she's on Big Little Lies too.
They said it's like not the same, but they're like it's kind of like suspenseful, like Big Little Lies.
Oh, okay. So then I'll like this then.
Yeah. Yep.
Only 8 episodes. I can knock that out in a day.
Oh, I'm watching the oh my God, I cannot it's on Netflix. It's about the Indian girl and like through her high school career. Oh my God, that one is so cute. I gotta finish watching that. I was like on the last episode. No, I finished watching it. I did finish watching it. I can't wait till the next season of that comes out. Oh,
what's the name of it?
I can't think of what it's called. It's like the little girl is Indian. It's about an Indian.
Never Have I Ever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I did see that. That popped up on like the list they give you.
Very.
So it's good even though it's about a teenager?
Yes, very unexpectedly good. Like that you wouldn't think it's as good as it is.
Coming up next month, so
oh my God.
That means more time for TV.
I'm on permanent furlough until further notice.
Oh dang.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully this Rona goes away soon. But I don't know. I look at furlough as a blessing. Like,
yeah.
To just more time to get things done, personal things.
I'm just blessed that we had this time in the house because quite honestly, I was working an OD amount of hours. And I'm so glad we could do the reality recap. Lala had got a promotion. Her hours had changed. I was opening.
I'm still doing nights at home. Yeah.
Yes. I opened a concert venue. I was working a ridiculous amount of hours. So it is nice to be able to just kind of like relax and get things done. rest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't realize how much sleep and exhaustion you're putting your body through until you can like calm down and just take a chill pill. So
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that, you know, I'm healthy and I had some savings that I didn't have to like panic. My thoughts and prayers are with everybody. A lot of people still have not been paid out their unemployment. Like, to me, that's
because the system just overwhelms.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just thankful that you know, we just have our health, and it puts a lot of things in perspective of what like really means a lot. You guys get a chance, if you follow me, I'm gonna post in my Insta story. I'll post it tomorrow on my feed. But Austin and I got a feature in the Asbury Park Press about hiding through the pandemic.
I saw the byline. I was like, I know that person, and I was like, oh, I know them in the story. That's so awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you. The reporter, Chris Jordan, he's awesome. He's a real cool person. And he just reached out, and I was like, wow, you know, so we appreciate all the support. All of you guys make that possible. But, you know, you just put it in perspective. If you guys don't follow, this season of my podcast is all about us. It was all about us planning our wedding. And then Rona came with her ass. And so we had to postpone everything. My bridal shower, my bachelorette party, the wedding. So
damn.
I mean, it's just been an emotion. When I tell you it's been an emotional roller coaster, it has been just like the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. I'm just like,
I couldn't imagine. Like, I'm always like, I'm so happy. Like, there's no funerals to go to in this time because people are like dying alone. I'm like, I wouldn't want to be pregnant during this time. Because like husbands can't even go inside with their wives. Like, I wouldn't even want to be in a hospital right now. And then I'm like, I couldn't even imagine like just planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Like it's
geez. So many girls that have reached out to me because of the podcast, just the hashtags that I use, and they're like, you are getting me through this. Because some people, like, I'm mentally strong. Like, I'm always like, we'll get through it. Even though I'll get upset. Like, I'm like, nah, I'll get through it. Like, it ain't the worst of the worst. Some people, they're not that strong. They need a support system. So I'm just happy to be able to, you know, Austin and myself to be able to give a platform for people to be able to have something as a support system, because it is hard. Like, when you think about it, even if you have like kind of a shotgun wedding, you're spending like 3 or 4 months planning it, unless you get low, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like you have a big wedding. Austin and I were planning what I think is a relatively big wedding, and it took us 19 months, and then boom, and for 19 months of planning, it's like, nope, you're not having it now. So, but
at least you're patient enough to wait, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading these articles and I produce some of them, and it's just like people are still trying to find creative ways to get married. And I'm just like, I mean, you could settle for that if you can't wait. But I think if it was me, I would postpone it too, you know, and just hope that by next year things are better. Because it's like you wait for that day, you know? It's like,
you put weddings, and I get all that. You don't ever get that moment back. Like, you know, you never get that moment back. So like your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your sisters, your siblings, your brothers, like your friends, they were talking to us at a point like, well, you can still have our wedding, still pay the price of the 100 people, but only have 50 people. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, that don't even make sense. Because like half of the most important people in our lives won't be able to witness this. And that's not what I chose to do, you know? And then also, it seems like we're going to have to wear masks for at least another 6 months. That's mandatory in big settings. Like when you go to work, you're going to have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Going to the supermarket. Could you imagine like walking down the aisle, literally having to wear a mask? Like that?
Yeah.
That's not what it's hitting.
I get really hot in the mask too. So I'm always saying I couldn't imagine working in this all day. So it's like if your guests are sitting there for a couple hours, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I couldn't. Yeah, that's so different.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to a bachelorette party in June, and that wedding got pushed back to September now, and I don't know when the bachelorette party. Actually, I gotta cancel my flight. I was like, I gotta go in Delta, and at least they're doing that because they did something after a date. Like if you get a flight before this date or something, it's not like a total waste. You could just like reschedule it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna push it back.
Yeah.
But oh well. We were supposed to get hella ratchet next month, and that's not happening anymore.
I was like the day of my bachelorette party, we were on a Vegas and we were going over Cinco de Mayo, and I had planned it on that weekend because that's always the Canelo or Mayweather fight. Like they always have it in that.
Oh,
so
okay.
Vegas is super lit. And so like the day we were supposed to fly out, all my bridesmaids were like, "Are you okay?" And at that point, I was just kind of like, I was still working. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, you know, I just got furloughed last week. So I was still kind of preoccupied. There was a lot of stuff going on at my job. So I was like, yeah, I was like, it's okay. Because my one friend that was supposed to come is the one that got really sick. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm just glad she's okay. Like she went through that, like, and it just kind of put in perspective. Like a lot of people that I love and that were very close to me were going through a lot of different things. Like you said, Lala, one of my good friends, her grandfather passed away from it. Nobody could go to the funeral because it was like at the peak of when it happened. That happened at like the second week of April. So like, you know, like I have coworkers, 2 of them are both pregnant. Their husbands couldn't go to the hospital. You know, I have a close friend of mine that had their babies during it. Like, it just has been a lot. So I just, I put in perspective of like a bachelorette party is so superficial compared to what really like a lot of people are going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been like I said, it's been an emotional roller coaster, but I'm just happy that everybody is healthy. Like, you know, like I was really concerned for one of my friends. Like they were calling me, and every day I was like, this might be their last day. Like that's how they were sounding on the phone. And that, you know, it just.
And a lot of the people, like, and it's just like, no, this is a real thing, guys. Like that whole, when you were saying Boosie was like, oh, there ain't no corona. And I'm like, he's so ignorant, because then you're going to have some of his followers listening to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Talking about what Boosie said, it ain't no corona. And it's like, don't listen to him.
Yeah, like, don't do that. Don't, because that, like, people are like, this is a conspiracy. The government did it. Like, all of that. Be sensitive to people who lost their grandparents, that were sick. Like, just be sensitive to those people, because whatever this was, it wasn't no regular flu. We know that, right? Like,
and then it could come back.
Yeah.
They're already talking about it might go away and die down and then come back even harder. I'm just like, yo. Yeah. Like, that makes me even think about appreciating, like, I used to bitch about waiting at like a restaurant, and I'm like, dang, they said it's an hour wait, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Now I would kill to wait an hour just to eat at a restaurant.
I would just kill to be able to have all of my friends come over. You can't even have all your friends come over your house. Like it's nothing. Like your whole life was just stripped away from you. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, like my plans, I actually wasn't done celebrating my birthday. So everyone's like, oh, you got to celebrate just in time. And I'm like, well, actually, I wasn't finished, because I was going to celebrate all of March. Yeah. And then the weekend I came back, like first I went to a wrestling event, and then went to, where did I go? Oh, partied in Atlantic City, went to the casinos, and then went to the Poconos for a week, and then ate at restaurants, did all that stuff. And when I came back, that's when things got real. But I was supposed to still go out that weekend. When I came back, I was supposed to go to New York. And then some of my friends had things planned. And then I was like, damn, we can't even do this now. Like, no, like, this is real. And I was like, I wasn't done celebrating. I was mad. But I mean, I got a lot of it out, but I wasn't finished, because I was like, oh, I'm celebrating all month. Turn up. Like, and then I wanted to go to the BET Awards stuff again this year. And now I'm like, no, there ain't no award shows going to happen. Like, if anything, they might do virtual things, but I haven't heard anything about that. But I'm not going anymore. So
yeah, they do a lot of things. Like, I think we'll see the mass gatherings, if God forbid nothing else bad happens, start back in like October, September. But like that's what people were asking me. Oh, why don't you just push your wedding back to the end of the year? I don't even trust this. Like, till the end of the year, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not trying to replan again. Like, that's why I just pushed it the next year. Because okay, now we got to reschedule again. It's a lot of logistics, but I think like
that's like festivals and stuff might not happen. Some people are saying they might even happen next year.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I'm trying to go to WrestleMania Hollywood next year, and I'm like, come on, like, no.
Oh, I was in your interview with the wrestler. You did so good, Lala. That was such a good live. That was so
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
R-Truth. Yeah, he's so dope.
He's super nice. He was so sweetie.
That's how I was like, is he from the South? Because men aren't that nice here.
Yeah.
Too. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine.
See, and we're in our 30s. It's just supposed to be the best time of our lives, and oh man. And then also what sucks is that like people graduate. I'm like, can you imagine the seniors that aren't going to get their graduation? Like you wait for 4 years and then this happens your senior year, and it's like, really? I can't walk.
Shout out to Rebirth. She did graduate with her master's, but she couldn't walk. And she worked so hard to get her master's. So shout out to her.
Congratulations, Rebirth.
Oh my God.
No proms. It's like, it's just so sad. I mean, I'm so happy that, you know, a lot of us still have our good health, but it's just sad, like all these things that have to be canceled. But
it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. But guys, I'm going to have to jump off in a little bit here, but I really appreciate it.
I was just thinking, I was like, did Instagram change? Because I was waiting for the countdown and it never came.
I don't think they have like the cutoff anymore.
Maybe they're doing that because a lot of people are home.
Yep.
Wow, I wish they would have had that before, because they used to always cut us off.
I know, you would always get cut off.
I used to be like, oh wait, I have to, and then it's like, bye. I'm like, dang.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was like a celebrity thing. I'm like, maybe the celebrities got it like that, because like the Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, they went on for like 3 hours. I was like, how are they not getting cut off? But now I realize it must be like that because no countdown came up.
Wow.
So
wow. But
yeah.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It was so good seeing you again.